How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another match reaction. It's going to be a reaction, but it's also going to be a little bit about what's going on in the moment in the Arsenal footballing world. So first thing first, obviously, we won the game against Slavia Prague. It was a 3-0 win. You know, we could have, conceded a goal on more than one occasion, especially with that penalty kick that got overturned towards the end of the game. I think all in all, we did get quite a lot of decisions our way, and it could have been a more difficult game. But I think the referee, all in all, he was protecting us. I don't know why. I'm an honest guy. I say it how it is, and I think the penalty was really weak. If that was in the Premier League, we wouldn't have got it. I said it on my match watch along. I don't think that's a penalty. But in the rules of the law of the game, or whatever in the Champions League, it's a penalty, because if it hits your hand in the Champions League, no matter what the proximity is, the distance, whether it's come off your head first, your shoulder first, and then it hits your hand, it doesn't matter. If it hits your hand, it's deemed to be a penalty kick, and a penalty kick it was. So look, we just because we don't feel as though it was a penalty, doesn't mean we don't score a goal. Saka steps up, gets the goal that we needed. So that's 8 wins with 8 clean sheets and 10 wins in a row, all in all. Saturday's game against Sunderland is the big one. This is the type of game where you think back, if you don't win that game and you lost the title by a few points, this would be one of the reasons why you need to get the 3 points in these stadiums, no matter what. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But I think the changes in the Slavia Prague game, obviously David Raya played, Timber played, Saliba and Gabriel, but Hincapié played, and he's giving him quite a lot of minutes at the minute. Arteta obviously knows him more than we do. I thought it was quite surprising that even Skelly didn't get the nod ahead of him. But Arteta obviously has said how aggressive and what a player Hincapié is going to be, already is. So he got the nod in again, and it's good because he's getting a lot of important minutes under his belt. Norgard played, which we knew. Ethan Nwaneri, and then the risk was Declan Rice, but he didn't get a yellow card, so he's not suspended for the Bayern Munich game. And what a performance again. He was everywhere. He got the assist for Marino's third goal as well. And then Trossard again, just being that squad player that we need him to be. Obviously, he's getting so many goals at the minute, and well, not goals, but goal contributions, whether it's a goal or an assist, he's doing the job. And I think he's leading the charts in terms of goals and assists in all competitions. And it's quietly done, because I bet you ask any Arsenal fan who's not checked this statistic, they will not have Leandro Trossard up there. And that's how important Trossard is. Look, he's going to be 31 by the end of the year. But what a squad player he is. And this is why Arsenal obviously credited him with a pay rise, because they knew how important he is, and they need his motivation to stay as it is, his hunger, his desire for Arsenal Football Club. And that's what it is at the minute. So look, we're top of the table in the Champions League. We're joint top with Bayern Munich. They're obviously playing us when we come back after the international break. Luis Diaz obviously got suspended, and people are telling me like, oh, you're lucky Diaz isn't playing. Well, I tell you what, you pricks. Havertz is injured. Madueke is injured. Gabriel Jesus is injured. Odegaard's injured. Need I say more? Do I really need to say more? You're going on about one player when we've had like all our attack injured, even Gyökeres, even Martinelli. Do I need to carry on? I don't think I do. I think you get the picture. It's been painted for you. So look, we're top of the league. We beat Bayern Munich. I think we almost cemented that top 8 spot. We've got a couple of away games, and then we've got Kairat Almaty, I believe, the last home game of the season, which is more or less going to be a win. So now it's the big one. It's Sunderland. Obviously, it's our 11th league game in the Premier League this season. If we get that win, you just don't understand how important it is. We're going to obviously talk a lot about it more in our preview, which should be out tomorrow. But we get a win at Sunderland with a clean sheet, and then we'll be 10 points ahead of Liverpool and 9 ahead of City. They play each other. Let's say they get a draw. We'll be 8 and 9 points ahead of Liverpool and City going into the international break. That's basically will be ideal. Because when we come back from the international break, we have Tottenham, Chelsea, Brentford, Aston Villa, and a few teams like that which are capable of snatching a few points from us. So what I'm saying is, we ain't going to win every game. Obviously, we're on this phenomenal win, but we ain't going to win every game. That's the Premier League. So if we draw at Chelsea but win this game on Sunderland and we beat Tottenham, we'll take that. We'll take that any day. But obviously, we want to go to Chelsea and get the 3 points. But we're going to draw or lose a game sooner or later this year or next year. That's why we need to make sure we're winning these games. These types of games against Sunderland, we've got to win it. And look, he's managing the squad well. Gyökeres should hopefully be back after the international break. So should Martinelli. So should Madueke and Havertz. So look, it's going to be like a few new signings there, especially with Havertz because he's not played a game hardly. He's played like 5 minutes when he came on as a substitution for Man United away. First game of the season. Madueke's gone off injured for quite a bit. Martinelli's not really played much, but when he has, he's contributed. So when these players all come back, it's going to feel as though we've got a few new signings, and you know, this is when we really need to kickstart. If you think Arsenal have played well this season, I'm hoping when after the international break you'll see the real Arsenal and we put the league to bed by the end of January. We'll just go into the end of November, December, January, all out, just smash every team and just go on some unstoppable run and more or less get 1 foot into the league title. That's what we need to basically do. So look, it's another win. Arteta's working his magic at the minute, and this is what is expected currently from the Arsenal team. So we've just got to do more, keep our foot on the gas, but at all costs, let's get that win on Saturday. And look, we're in a strong position in the Champions League and the Premier League. We've just got to maintain this run.